Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to JoeGa Joy Fitness and to a Pilates workout. This workout is so good it should be banned. Sorry, I thought I'd make a joke. Anyway, you do need a band for today's workout if you have one. Of course, if you don't have one, you can use something like a strap. That's absolutely fine. And I'll just show you the modifications of that. Or you can do it without, okay? It's not essential to the workout that you do have this. It just, if you have got it, it adds a new dimension to it. So we're going to start off coming down onto our backs. We're just going to roll our knees from side to side, just allowing ourselves to warm up a little, obliques and hips. And then we're just going to lift the legs and just open and close. Just nice and easy. Nothing too strenuous. Draw the navel down towards the spine, lift the pelvic floor. Remember your ABCDs: alignment, breathing, centering, and dynamics. And then just roll the knees in and roll from side to side. So we're going to take the band, place it around one foot. Got my working foot towards you. And just have the leg in tabletop, and all you're going to do is push away and pull back to tabletop. Don't bring it in too far, just to tabletop. Push and pull. Now I've got my forward flexion going on here, but you might prefer to be laying on the ground, especially if you find that you have some tension coming into your neck. So quite often people in my classes say to me, my neck hurts. You know, why does my neck hurt? The head is held on by some very thin little muscles, trapezius, sternocleidomastoid, those sorts of muscles, and they fatigue really easily. We don't do a lot to necessarily strengthen them. So if you need to, if you find that your abdominals are being bypassed and your neck is being compromised, leave your body on the ground. So we're just going to do 4 more like this. And then we're very simply just going to change sides. Now I'm just going to show you, of course you don't need the strap to do this exercise. Forward flexion, push away, pull back, or with the head on the ground, or with the band. So just finding the position that you feel good in. We're going to do that for 4 more reps. And in between each exercise, it's a really good idea just to let go, to release, to let all of the tension come out. So we're going to do that now with both feet. A little gap between the legs, remembering our alignment, curling up through the spine if you can, drawing navel down, centering. Don't forget to breathe. It's very easy to hold our breath when we're doing these types of exercises because we're concentrating on so many other things. So obviously for me, because I'm talking to you, I have to remember to breathe because you just can't talk without breath. So it's very easy. So if you find that you're holding breath, a great thing to do is to sing to yourself, or maybe put on your favorite tunes, turn my volume down, stop listening to me, just follow by vision and sing along, and then you know you're going to be doing your proper breathing. And people again get caught up, you know, Pilates lateral breath, when am I supposed to breathe? And you know what, you know how to breathe. You've been breathing since the day you were born. It's the first thing you ever did. So don't worry too much about the breath. The breath will come, okay? You'll know instinctively and intuitively when to breathe if you just listen to your body. 2 to go, please. And then hugging in and releasing down. Let that neck go and release. And then just roll yourselves up. And we're going to just take the band around the feet again. If you don't have a band, just legs extended. We're just going to roll down and roll up. So if you don't have a band, you're just rolling down and rolling up without holding onto the band. So down and up. Rolling down and up. Down and up. And down and up. So we're going to add on, roll down, pull twice, bicep, pull twice, bicep, and then sit up. So again, no band, pull down, bicep curl, and up, okay? So just modifying to your set of circumstances, rolling down, and come up. That again for a few more reps. Nice and gentle on this. A lot of people do complain this one activates into their psoas group, those muscles at the top of the leg here, and if that's you, feel free to turn over, give them a stretch out, and then come back in when you're ready. One more each side, if you've got it. Roll down, pull, and then come in and let that go. We're going to turn over. I'm going to come on to our tummies. And we're going to make what I call a capital E. So if you think about the shape of an E, it's what we're doing with our body is making that shape of a capital E. And we're going to do that on the ground. I'm going to just scoot back. So, holding the band, lifting up, pulling wide, back into E and down. So when you are starting in your E, have the band taut but not extended, okay? So it's not too flabby. So it's just as it is. And then lift, squeeze, release, and down. Lift, squeeze, release, and down. Lift, squeeze, release, and down. Again, if you don't have a band, lift, open, close, and down. Lift, open, close, and down. So just making it work for you. Let's go for 4 more. Last time. Sit your bum back towards your heels. Just give that lower back a little bit of a release, particularly if you do suffer with any kind of stress or strain or ankle pain right there, which a lot of people do. Perfectly acceptable to be kind. Give it a bit of a stretch out. Before we flip it back over, coming back down, semi-supine, knees bent, feet flat, band around the foot, extend the leg, hold the band in one hand and lower and lift the leg. So again, without the band, you're just lowering and lifting the leg. Band adds a little bit of resistance. Try and have the arm tucked in and stable. So there is a tendency sometimes to kind of move the arm, just lock it in. And let it follow the leg. Last 2, please. And last one. Nice work. Switch switching over. Switch the hand also. If you need to come down in between, just let that neck go, whatever feels good for you. And then lifting and lowering. You can always support the head, particularly in this position where you've got a hand free. That's always a nice thing to do. So if you find that you want to do the forward flexion but your neck's not really playing ball, playing band, then certainly assist it. Sometimes just rolling up a towel and putting that on the ground underneath it can help. There's lots of things you can do. Last 4 please. Last 2. And again, just tug in and release. So letting it go. Rolling side to side. Releasing off. Maybe rocking the head. And then we're just going to do as we did before. We're going to double it up to both legs. So again, if you don't like the doubling up of both legs, one thing you can do is do each side again. Okay, so extend the legs out, this time holding the band, one in each hand, and you're just lowering and lifting. If you have lower back issues, don't go so low, stay in the upper quadrant. Just working to your body. We'll do 4 more like this, please. Last time. And let it go. Good work. So again, take time to just release. And then we're going to take the feet up into the air. So the same as what we did in the warm-up. Stretching and bringing together. Draw the elbows to the ground again. Try and hold the tension. So just put a gap between your feet. Just stretch and release. Four to go. And letting it go. Rocking out those legs. So let's just roll over onto our side, bringing the band around the top leg, holding it again in one hand. So you can support yourself, bend your underneath leg, lifting up out of the waist. Again, lock the elbow in as you bring the leg up and down. And if you need to add a little bit more stretch, hold lower down the band, pulling through. Try not to slump down into this shoulder. If you find you're doing that, please relax down. Try not to do this. This is not good for your neck, but you can always relax down. And again, don't let the hand follow the leg. Kind of defeats the object. So lock in the elbow, lock in the hand, use the resistance. So finding the position that works for you. Sitting up out of the waist like this helps to work the obliques. So just finding your position, something that works for you. I whiz through these things really quickly, so if you're like, oh, you just said something and I need to go and do it, feel free, pause, rewind, you know, find your position. Sitting up out of this shoulder. We don't want to be pressing into that glenohumeral joint. want to be lifting. 2 more. And then changing the direction. So you might need a little bit more band. Lifting and lowering. We're going to do 2 more. And then just hook that knee in. And we're going to flip it over to the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay facing you, bring it over to the other side. So you can see, hopefully, I've got good posture here and I'm demonstrating well how I sit up out of my shoulder. You know what's going on with the leg now because you've already seen it. Lock the elbow into your waist and just do those side-lying leg kicks with the band. Again, perfectly acceptable to do them without the band. Just adding extra resistance. Shorten the band if you want a little bit more. Different bands have different resistances as well. So, you know, for legs you can use a heavier band, more resistance. Upper body you might want to go for one of the less strong bands, lower resistance, a couple of kilos. It's really up to you. Should we do 4 more? Make this the last one. And then lifting it up. Maybe loosen the band off a little bit and down. Remembering to sit up out of that shoulder. It's more difficult with this exercise because there's a tendency to want to drop down as you lift the leg. So just working on that posture at all times. Pulling up and lifting up. Keeping that navel drawn on. Keeping the dynamics really subtle, really slow, considered and controlled. We're not in any rush to get anywhere. There's nowhere for us to be. 2 to go. Nice work. Okay, let's just come up. Coming to a sitting position or a standing position, it's really up to you. Taking the band, kind of hooking it over the thumbs. We're just going to take it out to the side, lifting over, up, and lifting to the other side. So we're working into the obliques. Nice stretch. Opening the chest, contracting the back, which is very much counter to today's living. Today's living tends to be back open, chest contracted. So this is working beautifully to counter modern life. Four to go, 2 more each side. And final one. Lovely. And just let that go. We're going to finish off with a similar exercise to one we've already done. Legs extended, band around the feet. Only this time we're going to add in. So before we had a bicep curl, bicep pull, we're going to add in some lateral shoulder work. So dropping down, pull for 2, turn the knuckles over, open for 2. Pull for 2, turn the knuckles over for 2. So we got a nice bicep pull here and then a shoulder and a bicep and a shoulder and a bicep and a shoulder. Good work. We're going to do 4 more, 2 more each side, 3 to go, last 2, and last one. Okay, and just reach that forwards, just let it away, And take the arms around behind you and just stretch and open the chest. Super well done. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have enjoyed this quick 20 minutes, should be banned, it's so good Pilates, please like, share and subscribe. Leave me comments in the space below. I look forward to seeing you again for our next workout. Keep smiling.